Hey everybody, I'm Meredith. This is Crooked Peach, and today we're going to make tallow from beef fat. Before we actually get started, there's a pretty important distinction that I want to make sure you understand. First, there's beef fat. Just beef fat. And this is great, really, it is. But for the most ideal tallow, you want kidney fat, or beef suet is what they call that. Suet, beef suet. This is a harder, more pure fat than regular beef fat. Now please understand, you can make tallow from either of these. But what you will get from this has much less water involved with it, and so it's easier to keep for longer periods of time. Also, it's excellent to use to make your body lotions and salves and balms. Alright, now we're going to get into doing this. Okay, now to begin with, you're going to want to hone or sharpen your knife. Alright, we're going to get started. Got the big old pack of beef fat. Let's get this open. Oh wait, let me get some gloves on. This stuff's slippery, and I don't really care for how it feels in my hands when I'm trying to cut it and arrange it. So I'm going to grab some gloves. You don't have to. It'll actually make your hands feel really good at the end, but it does make for a slippery knife hand. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to start again because the camera malfunctioned. Look, this happens, right? So I've already cut up some of this fat. I'm going to have to show you what I did. It's really simple though, honestly. There's nothing that's magic or secret or even difficult about making your tallow. Let me get another chunk out of this bag. Okay, what I said earlier that you didn't hear because the camera was not recording is that your fats will come in chunks, multiple chunks. It's not going to be one big old chunk of fat. And what you want to do is get it down to a smaller size so that it will be able to render out or melt out really quickly. Like within a matter of just a couple hours, usually, in a crock pot, on high. It's easy. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to continue to cut this up. First day with my new tongue. Alright. This is why it's very important to have a sharp knife, because if you have a dull knife and you're going through this, it's a recipe for disaster. I have cut myself more times than I could possibly recall. And now look, the smaller that you cut your chunks, the faster it is going to render out. So if you don't have other things to do around the house, cut it really small. And it'll come out much, much quicker. See, like this right here. I feel like this, I don't need to do this. I have time. I have so much to do around here, it can wait. It can be in that crock pot for several hours. I'll be just fine. So what we have here is the fat now. And what we're going to do with this fat is put it in a crock pot. Now this is something that I did just a little while ago. It's not done yet. But it's already rendered out to the point that I can begin jarring this up. Just like this. And you want to run it through a sieve when you jar it. So this right here. Now, I'll show you guys more as soon as I get it rendered. So we have a whole lot of tallow that is ready to be jarred up. And this is how I do it. I put this canning thing on my jar because it holds this pretty steady. And then I use this little piece of cheesecloth. And listen, you don't have to use cheesecloth. You could use a paper towel. You could use a coffee filter. I just like this better. I don't know. I just like it better. All right, so I'm going to use my little soup ladle. I hope you guys can see this. And I'm just going to, let me show you this. I'm just going to fill my spoon up. And yeah, there's fat in that. So I'm filling that spoon up. And then we'll run it through this. All right, and I'm going to fill this jar. This is why I like the cheesecloth, because as I'm, filtering this stuff out, I still get a lot of unfinished fat here. Well, I don't want to throw it away, so looky there. Just dump it right back in and let it continue to render down. Alright, so we're going to stop right here with this jar because I need more of this to render out. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to start back up, put the lid on, and it'll just keep on working itself out. And then I'll, run it through this little filter system and jar it up. And what we will end up with is 4 to 5 quart-sized jars of this beautiful stuff right here, which will end up looking like this stuff right here, which I'm already using, which is why I got to make more, because I use tallow for everything. Alright guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer any of the questions that you may or may not have about making tallow, cooking with tallow. It's extraordinarily tasty and it's very healthy. I hope you got something out of this video. Anyway, I'm going to run. I will see you guys next time. Please, 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 as always, love yourself and be kind to each other. Bye.